people who kind of understand what we are doing, why we are doing, and why it is so much valuable. And I understand that it can be lonely. You can have people around you who just don't understand what you're doing or why you're doing. But trust me, that should never be the thing that should stop you from doing it. So welcoming you to the second video of the Abundance Activation series, where I am going to today speak about 9 to 5 or entrepreneurship. This is something no one tells you about. And this is going to be a video which is very personal to me, as well as which is going to have all the elements, which is going to touch all the bases of it. So you have already watched the video, Rich versus Poor Mindset. I am linking the video, so you should get it notified here or in the description below. So you can even go back and watch that. I have shared in brief about what is a poor mindset, what is a rich mindset, and how it is different. I have also said that if someone in a different road is making something bigger than you, it is just a blessing. You don't have to see everything as competition. And you have to keep on understanding that your path is different, you are unique, you are powerful. And it is just in the palm of your hand and just inside your control to change the way you want things to be in your own life. This is that easy. This is that powerful, and this is that easy to kind of grasp in, right? So let's get started with today's video. So the first thing is going to be freedom. So I have been a super freedom loving person. I don't like being tied down. I just can't. I love having time freedom. I love having location freedom. I am sure you have seen my videos of traveling around the world. So yes, I love freedom. And I think if you are in the league where you love freedom like I do, then I am sure entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial mindset is something that you're going to relate to big time. Because I just feel like you can, over the time, build money, build resources and assets, but you just can't have time back. So time is so much more valuable, and I just feel that. So I just feel like if I spend my whole time building for someone else, I'm going to miss out on living my life for my own. And I just feel that I want to follow my calling. I want to help you guys. I want to improve myself. I want to be the best version of myself I can be in this lifetime. And I want to use my time in the most efficient way possible. I really don't want to be at a hamster wheel running just behind money. I want to run behind a purpose. And I just feel like that's who I am. Like that is the core value of me. Because honestly, I feel whenever you think of starting a career, be it a 9 to 5, be it entrepreneurship, and this video, I don't have any harsh intentions to employees. I have them. They are amazing. They do a lot for you, and they are real blessings, right? In your organizations, you really need them. But this is actually for someone who might have shifted to entrepreneurship but still has certain things from the 9 to 5 mindset that they have to go through to evolve in their particular field, as well as this is for someone who is still confused at what is the right thing for you. So before you start searching what is right for you, you have to start searching and going within and understanding who are you. Throughout my lifetime, I have gone through so many circumstances that have tried to succumb me to it. Like you call it deaths, you call it financial insecurities, you call it family stuff. Many times it tried that I should kind of pin down, and I just think that, okay, job is what it is. Because again, being a woman entrepreneur from the kind of place I belong from was very hard. Job was the thing that is looked up to, and I won't even lie, still now that's the scene. I couldn't change it for some people, so I couldn't, hands up. So it's very hard to be from such an environment where no one understands what you're doing, no one understands the contribution you want to bring, and they keep on questioning you. And I understand that sometimes those questions will get to you. Those questions will come and kind of put their dagger onto you. So that's going to happen. So that's not going to change. That's the truth. You can't change that. But the only thing that is going to be your fighting spirit through this entire storm is going to be you understanding that this is what you really want, this is what that really fulfills you, and this is who you are. So when I think of who I am, the first thing is going to be always freedom, because I like the freedom of time, location, and money. And I want to work on something that I want to build. So that has been a very clear thing even before I started my business. So that is going to be the first thing. So if you are someone who loves freedom and who thinks that freedom is an element within you that you just can't let go, then this is for you. So the freedom craving thing is something we all entrepreneurs can actually connect with, and we should literally high-five to it. So so the second thing is the contribution to the society. Even though employees work a lot and they help in building the business, still, to an extent, entrepreneurs have this moral duty, as well as they have it in them to make a very significant contribution to the society. And honestly, I can't say this enough. I always feel that my purpose of being here and my purpose of even like staying here is to give back. And I really believe deep down that I want to contribute to the society as much as I can in my power. So I have to do that. That's like a must for me. So I feel entrepreneurship is the bridge that you really need to go there. You can employ people, you can give them jobs, you can change their lives. Even like coaching, taking up coaching, that is the main thing that I have in my mind, because I think I can coach people to get over things. I can coach people to improve themselves. I can coach people to be the versions of themselves that they really want to be. So I really feel that you have a very strong element of giving back and contributing to the society. So that's the second thing. Third thing is, and this is something which I love the most. Honestly, I love all the pointers. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. But being an employee, you have to be a certain way. Like every organization has certain set rules. Like you have to be like this, you have to be like that. And that sometimes comes at a cost of like molding yourself. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. But it can sometimes change your true nature or make you compelled to change yourself. Like just for an example, there are so many people whom I have worked with who are very good with ideas, but they are not super organized. So like they are not the people whom you get with PowerPoints and like Excels and all of that. You don't get that. But just for an organizational role, you have to mold that. And that's not a bad thing. But sometimes what happens is it kind of takes your free will away, if you're getting what I'm saying here. But as an entrepreneur, you can be yourself. So you can be the way you are. Over the period, you can grow, you can learn, you can have a team, you can delegate whatever is needed. But still, you have a free will to be yourself. And honestly, authentically showing up as yourself is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself. In this world of filters, in this world of people pleasing, being for others, and like just existing for the way people like see you, validate you, appreciate you, it's like a blessing to be yourself. It's so important. So I feel if you connect there, that's going to be the third thing. The next thing is going to be an important one again, is that if you're an employee, you are mostly stuck to a different, like a single role, right? So if you are a social media manager, your work is to do the social media thing. If you're a website designer, you deal with websites. But if you are an entrepreneur, you start at a place where you are the vendor, you are the printer, you are the designer, you are the social media person. You are doing all the roles at the same time. So I think your multitasking, your eagerness to learn, your eagerness to see bigger picture, your eagerness to have such a wide vision when you start, because as a small business, you can't have such a big team. So you start there, you know all the skills. That's a very big blessing. And I honestly feel that even if you are a medium-sized enterprise, still knowing the different avenues of your business is very helpful, because times when you don't have your employees turning up or anything coming up in your business, you just know how to go in and fix that. So I just don't, I have that within me. I am not very good with depending on people. So that is something I'm working on for sure. So I still delegate my task, but I like knowing that what's happening in my business, my whereabouts, and also knowing that if someday XYZ person doesn't turn up to office, I can just go in and finish it over and deliver it to my clients. So that is something. So it actually makes you kind of like an all-rounder and a multitasker, and I love that. I love to have the power within my hands. Second, and the next point is, I think it's the fifth point, but yeah, the next point is going to be having the freedom of time. As an employee, you trade your time for money, right? But here as an entrepreneur, you trade your money for time. And that is something which is amazing, because you can, as an entrepreneur, spend money, have employees, that diversifies your business, grows your business to an extent which is not possible for you single-handedly, as well as it saves you a lot of time. So you can actually use money to buy you time, so that you use the time in something more constructive and make something way bigger. But if you're an employee, you're trading your time for money, and then over the period, you won't have enough time to diversify, grow from there. Again, I'm saying it again, is that this video is not to say that being an employee is bad or this is good. I am just saying, why did I choose it? If you are in that dilemma that you are in 9 to 5, you want to shift to entrepreneurship, then this is the video for you. If you are someone who have already shifted but think that there are certain things which still is there in your mindset and you want to switch, so that is why this is just a clear picture for you. The next thing is employees, when you see your competitors and your colleagues, or you see other people who are in the same role, you have to look at them as a form of competition, right? You have to always look at them and be like, okay, this person knows this two stuff, I need to learn it, I need to get better. That's a good thing. But honestly, you have to keep looking everything as a competition. But as an entrepreneur, you can somewhere think other entrepreneurs, even in your same niche, as a collaborative form. Because in business, you have your own authenticity, you are you, and you can't be replaced. If you are the person chasing for excellence for yourself, you can't be replaced. So in job, replacement is easier. In business, you being replaced is very hard. So I think that is also very powerful, because understanding that what you bring to the table, what authenticity, what depth, what unique unfair advantage you're bringing off to the table, and how that is making you irreplaceable is so important. And that's an important pointer for sure. So when you're working for someone, honestly, the payer or the person under whose payroll you're working, like the business you're working for, is responsible for the money you're going to get at the end of the month. And most of the times you get it because you are under a company. So even if the company is struggling, they actually clear out your dues. Again, I'm not speaking about those bad people. So they do it. But as an entrepreneur, you are responsible for yourself. You have to pay your bills. You have to make sure you get paid, and you have to make sure you give your soul onto the business. Now, this might make you feel that, okay, that's not right, that's hard, like that is something which is hard. But you have to understand that the amount of money or the amount of impact as a whole a business can make is not the same which your job can do at that level, right? So if you want to generate that, there are certain costs and sacrifices that are attached to it, and you have to take that in looking at the longer term vision. So that is very important. So this is also something which is very important, because you have to be very clear about that this is what the reality is, and I have to accept it. If I don't accept it, you are not meant for it. So you have to accept it. The next thing is someone holding you accountable and you being accountable. So what happens when you are an employee? You are held accountable by your seniors, by your managers, by your boss, to make sure that this project is done and everything. But in your business, you have to keep yourself accountable. You have to make sure your money comes. You have to make sure your business is in place. You have to make sure you're doing content marketing. You have to make sure you're showing up. You have to make sure this. So that is hard. That's not easy. But always remember that the fuel in this journey is going to be your mind and your vision and your target. It's not going to be something else, right? The next and the last point I feel here is going to be about motivation. So as an entrepreneur, you're not going to have a lot of people motivating you. That's the truth. Like when you start, maybe there will be friends clapping for you and cheering you. But over the period, when you are down, when you hit the lows, there will be not much people saying you that get through it, don't give up. Because they're going to just come up to you and say, I said you could have done this job. That would have been better for you. You don't have to struggle like that. So those are the times you should not let that slide into your mind. That's very important. But that is the reality. Like if you are an employee, you're demotivated, you will have teams in your office who are going to motivate you. Want to say, crush it, grind it, you have to do it, we are a team. That's great. But as an entrepreneur, you're not going to get that. So you have to make sure that you are your own motivator. Use good books, use podcasts, use videos like this, and keep motivating yourself. I think I mentioned this over my last video also. The book that I read, which was like 48 Laws of Power, in that it was written that negative people are very infectious. And they are. Like you will see, you don't get happy when people are happy. That's very rare. It doesn't happen always. But you always are upset when... You understand what I'm saying, right? You're always upset, or you kind of start thinking about your negative things when people are discussing negative things with you. So don't just fall in it. Like just cut those people off. I know it's hard, but you have to. Like at least have a boundary apart from which they can't enter. Don't let them enter in your sane mind. It's going to kill you. Don't have these people who just come to you and say, I have so many bills to pay. I never have enough. I'm just dying out of credit card debt and my life has no worth and I'm just pinching for money. Just don't speak to these people. Just don't. Just cut that off. They are not going to help you. They're not going to let you grow. They are going to be the people who are going to hold you back. Always remember that before you have a big breakthrough, you're going to lose some people, because there will be people in your life who are going to be the resistances holding you back. It can be even your parents, it can be your friends, it can be your spouse, it can be anyone whom you consider the closest at the moment. But you have to understand that I'm not saying you to kind of cut them off, not be with them, but I'm just trying to say that there is a certain boundary that you have to respect. You can't let them enter that boundary. If you let them enter that boundary, it is just going to be disastrous for you. And that really doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Honestly, if you have seen different habits like penny pinching, being at a scarcity mindset, just keeping on saving, always feeling you don't have enough, like that can be passed on a lot from your family if they have had such situations, or they still kind of foster that mindset within you. It's very important to have that boundary, right? Because in those scenarios, you either grow up with that scarcity mindset or you become insecure and become like people pleasers. Don't be that. Doesn't make sense. See, always realize that every human being does their best as per their capacity to make the life that they want to be. But if you are watching this right now, if you are getting the free resources right now, if you're getting the tools to change your life right now, then you are blessed, right? You have it in you to change the things. You have it in you to be the thing that you want to be. Always remember, whatever you do is always your choice. You have free will in this life. You have the choice to choose what you really want. So make sure you make the choice that is going to lead you towards that destination, because no choice is wrong, no choice is right. It is just that you have to understand that there are two roads. One road is leading to the person you want to become, and one road is leading you to a different direction. So you need to know which road you need to take. And just to reach that destination, you also have to know that if you take that road up, you have to walk on that road, not thinking what is about this road, and not even being influenced by the laws of that road. Suppose, I'm just giving an example, like here in India, we have like our steering wheel at the right, and in the West, you have it on the left, right? So rules are different, like traffic rules and all of that is so different. So if you kind of operate from that mindset, which works here, there, it's not going to work. You can't drive, right? Like in everything, like there are different rules for different things. You can't follow the rules that is being projected by people who are walking this road in the other road. You can't do that. It doesn't make sense. You're going to fail, or you're not going to make any progress. You have taken a different road. That means you have to follow the things which are a part of that new road. You can't follow the things which is a part of the other road, because the moment you do that, you are going to lose. This is how straight it sounds, right? So always remember that in your mind. And for the last part of this video, I'm going to share some life habits which is going to help you with this employee to entrepreneur mindset transition, as well as it is going to help you from scarcity to abundance mind transformation, which is this entire series that we are working on. So the first thing is normalize visualizing it. So your mind has to believe that you can be this person. Like, I am just saying to you this, and I really thought today morning I won't be saying this, but I really made my phone wallpaper. I took a silver button of YouTube. I wrote it there, congratulating Canvas of Aparna for 100k subscribers. I really did that. And that's my phone wallpaper right now. And I know there will be so many people, if they touch my phone, they're going to be all judgy and they're going to be, she is at 360 subs. I might be a bit more right now. I really hope so. But she's here and she's really thinking that, but I really don't care. I really don't care about the like infectious mindset that's coming towards it. I really don't want to think about it. I really feel that I am seeing it every day. I'm normalizing it. Over a period of time, I'm going to feel, yes, this is normal, this is doable. The moment you start believing it here, then only it's going to happen. So first you believe it, then you make sure that you use the right words for it. And then you make sure you take actions, because our thoughts are related with our words. So whatever you're thinking is going to be your words. So if your mind, you always keep on thinking, I don't have enough money, I don't make enough money, I am always going to be sick, you are always going to be sick. If you think, I don't want to be sick anymore, you will be sick more. You have to understand that you have to radiate the energy where you are. I am wonderful, I love my health, I am beautiful. So once you come from that place, that is only going to project. You're going to say, I'm beautiful. You're going to say, smiling, that yes, I'm doing good, I'm great, I'm happy. You're going to radiate that. Then you're going to work towards it, and then you're going to get it. So this is the process. You can't skip a step. There is no shortcuts here. You have to get this done to go there. That's so important, right? So the first habit is going to be normalizing visualization, doing daily visualizations. Start with affirmations. You're going to have an entire dedicated video on affirmations on the series. I am not sure I'm going to speak that out aloud, but it can be a video where I have a voiceover thing. I will just work around it. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, that's the third thing. Then start by doing certain journal prompts. So if you join my group link is going to be mentioned in the description box below. If you join my group, you are going to get a free journal which has all the journaling prompts, which has all the affirmations, and which also has a few workbook questions. So you can download it for free and you can use it. So you have to join my group for that, because honestly, it's just not like a gimmick or something. But once you join the group, honestly, you're going to get a lot of value in there, which is going to help you in your journey. Because as I said, like, when I look at entrepreneurship, I look at a bigger sustainable impact that I really want to project. So that is the thing. So that is the journaling. The next thing is give a lot of time to maybe reading. In case you're someone who does not like reading a lot, might happen. Please start with something which is going to be at least listening to a podcast a day. So always remember, whatever you put in your mind is going to help your mind to visualize and go there. So always remember that if you stuff and if you let those negative infectious people come to you and put these things in your mind, you're not going to make it. So just make sure that you just have a boundary with them and you don't allow them to come in that boundary. It's very important. So that's the next point. And always understand that right now you might think, and I had a discussion with someone yesterday about it, you might think, once I have so much money, once I have my business here, once I have this, then I will take care of my health, then I will do this, then I will do that. That is not going to happen, right? Future is an imagination. You can't just imagine that it will happen, then this will happen. It doesn't work. what you need to do is, if you start exercising, if you start a healthy diet, if you start with any other elements of life that you really wanted to do, you started reading books, you wanted to do podcasts, you start podcasts, you want to walk in the nature, you do that. You start any of these things over the year, like with the compounding effect of this, it is going to help in other spectrums of you also. So if you go to the gym in the morning, you work out, you eat well, you're going to be productive throughout the day, which is going to again help you with the work. So it is all co-linked and interrelated. It is not something which you will do once you have this. Okay? This is the process of building yourself till the point. This is the preparation phase. So it is important to have these elements. Always understand this. The person you visualize yourself to be can't be the person with the habits and the behavioral things that you have right now. You have to change those things. You have to think like the person. You have to work like the person. Then only you can be the person. Once you're clear here, you're going to grow from there. Feel free to join the group. As soon as you join the group, you're going to get the free journal that's made for you guys to help you in your journey. As well as in the group, there is going to be a lot of resources just to support you. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. And also feel free to like, comment, share and subscribe so that I get the love and the support from you guys to go to the next stage that I really want to be in. I'm really looking forward to that. I really am. Because I really want the wallpaper I have right now becomes the truth in the next 6 months. We are going to do it and let's do it together. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and your support, your kind words are going to mean the world for me. Thank you so much.